Hey everyone, this is Chris and Shawn. We're about ready to head over to
some of these things, not only for us, but for you as well.
Corona Cigar Company over on Sand Lake Road here in Orlando, Florida.
Yep, we're coming up to it right now. We're ready, we're excited about being able to go in and be able to experience.
Oh, a great time. We go over and take a look at some of the cigars they have, see what the service is like. And everyone in here seems pretty nice. Sometimes I've been here before, but we'll show you guys what it is. Middle afternoon, but see it's crowded. Go ahead and put the camera over just so we can see how many people is out here.
Check that out.
See, we've got quite a few people that are out here.
Yep.
And all the customers seem to play pretty nice so far. I am going to back in so I can open the door.
All right, you get to see also what kind of vehicles there are out here. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
A lot of kind people here. Thank you very much. Okay.
And I'm going to let you roll yourself. It's probably easier to... Actually, no, I'm going to let you go and keep doing it.
All right, sounds good. And look at all these cigars over here where they have a great selection. If you happen to be a cigar smoker, they do have a wonderful selection of different kinds of cigars over here. We will show you some of the ones like individually right here. Okay. Where would you like to go here, Chris?
Let's go all the way to the end first and then to the other.
Thank you so much.
It might be a little tight as you go around down on the wheelchair. It just might be a little tight. It should be fine, but I just want you to be aware before you got all the way down.
Okay, just keep in mind there may be some challenges, here, but thing is the fact that if this is your cup of tea, then you certainly want to be able to make the effort to go about taking a look over here and being able to see like all the different things that we have. We have over here.
Look at special or?
Let's go over there. We've got the La Flor Dominicana, which is a pretty good one right here. If you like the Dominican cigars. One of my favorites actually is at the other corner. So Chris is going to turn me around and try to.
If I can get you by here.
All right, we're going to try to squeeze through here over here.
What do you know? We did
this is a beautiful thing. And I'm sure you guys are wanting more to. Yeah, let's go to the right over here and see what we got over here. Yeah, you guys aren't going to necessarily see our faces, but I'm sure you'll want to see the cigars rather than see our faces. You know what I mean? What do you think, Chris?
I've got a pretty good face, so probably better off seeing the cigars.
All right. Well, you can see like just how beautiful this of a selection. Let's go to the right over here, and we're going to go take a look over here.
Show this window right here. A couple of things I want to point out is they have a couple of Chicago-style spices and spices you can use for grilling. They have different lighters you can use. I'm going to let you know is those torches are better because what happens, you use a regular lighter and it gets a butane taste. So you want to be able to use a torch when you can, or you'd be able to use matches. Now these are expensive torches. You can go to like ABC Liquor or such, another place like that, and get a good torch for less than 20 bucks. You don't have to spend 400 bucks on a torch, but that just shows you the quality of them that are over here.
And then if you look down at like one level down, you're looking at a wide variety of different cigar cutters. This is really important if you are a cigar connoisseur, of course, and you want to be able to have this as part of your selection as well. And like he mentioned before, they do have an array of other stuff. Here's some beautiful coffee mugs, and they do have some amazing, and I'm going to go in a little bit more. They have the different kind, they have the steak, the Chicago style, and the garlic, salt, and pepper seasoning right here. Okay, we're gonna move on a little bit over here, okay, and we're gonna show, actually right here, this is one of the ones that he was talking about earlier, Black Moses. This is one that was actually Chris was not very aware of, but something that kind of drew his interest, did it not?
Yes, it did. I was just curious as to what it was. I'm not sure who the customer base is for those. Because there's a different customer base for a lot of different cigars. But obviously they have a pretty big display here. So pretty prominent, so obviously it's pretty popular.
And so it may be something that you might see us in the future again. We're going to continue to look because they do have a wonderful selection over here of different kinds of things. Actually, over here is what I was looking at. This is one of my favorites, the Partagas. We've got the Partagas here, which is, these are the longs right here, okay? And then these are the shorts over here. And the shorts are the ones that are nice, because those are the ones that usually you can be able to smoke at a sitting and be able to enjoy with a nice drink, a nice cognac or a nice brandy or a good whiskey. Personally, one of my whiskeys that I like is a nice Glenlivet 18 is nice. Well, what about you, Chris? What are some of your favorites, or what do you like to have with a good cigar?
I like Scotch, I like Irish whiskeys. I like to be able to have that smooth, peaty taste.
That does sound good.
almost tastes like wood when you drink it. It has a real good flavor to just sip that while you're smoking a cigar.
Oh, and that's good. Do you ever dip your cigar in there as well?
I have before, and I've used rum before too to be able to dip it in. You have flavored cigars which have the rum flavor, and I don't particularly like those too much. But doing it yourself, yeah, you can have
Doing it yourself's got a little bit of different kind of
Yeah.
feel to it.
Exactly.
And have you ever, now this is also one of my favorites. I don't know if my friend here has, but I'm going to ask him right now. What about the Cohibas? Have you ever had the pleasure of trying one of these?
Yes, I have. A lot of people automatically think Cohibas are Cuban cigars. Not necessarily the case. A lot of the Cohibans are in different areas. And one thing I want to mention is everybody goes goo-goo over Cuban cigars. In all actuality, today's day and age, you can get better cigars that are made in Nicaragua, Dominican Republic, Honduras,
Yeah.
and so forth. And part of the reason why is, unfortunately, when you live in a communist country, you don't use your resources correctly a lot of times.
And if I could, Chris, I don't want to interrupt you, but show them the selection of the different Cohibas that they have and give them just a quick rundown if you would.
Oh, sure thing. I'm turning it sideways to give you a bigger look. Yeah, you can tell they have pretty much all. What size is that? That's about a half an hour cigar, but I forget what size they call that.
Yeah, I would say so.
Whoa, Churchills. I was having a brain cramp. I couldn't think of the word Churchill. But you can see they have a big selection of Cohibas. And I agree with him that Cohibas is one of my favorite cigars as well. They're just well made. Look at that box. I love that box.
Beautiful wood grain box.
Oh yeah, I love. Yeah, exactly. It almost looks like stone. And back down here, I'm not sure. Macanudas. Those are one of my favorites.
Yeah, Macanudo.
Love those. And we have some over here. It seems like a lot of the higher end ones are over on this end. Macanudas are fairly high end. Let me see. We have the sun grown
We have Perdomo, which is right up here, over there.
over here.
In that red grain box.
Oh, okay. You know, there is one thing that I'm noticing that we're doing absolutely 100% wrong. Because we're walking around the cigar shop looking at everything, and neither one of us have a damn cigar in our hand.
No, yeah, that
We
is
need
a
to correct that pretty soon.
That is a problem. We definitely need to be able to do that. So what are you looking, what kind of taste do you have right now? What are you feeling for you?
I am thinking, since we're at this cigar company, that we go get a Corona cigar.
Probably a pretty good idea.
I mean, yeah, there's several others I like.
Try to see how they stack up with what we like
I'm going to give this back to Shawn here.
Take it.
And
Here we are again.
We can see us both.
We got to show off our hats. Look,
That's right.
we just bought these hats today, and we're liking these hats. We're feeling it,
Doesn't
especially
he look like a gangster?
right out of Peaky Blinders, baby.
We have goatees in Peaky Blinders.
No goatee.
Yeah, he does have things shaving sides though.
Well,
I like that.
Probably a little bit better looking though.
Actually, I need to get a haircut and get my sides shaved like they do at Peaky Blinders.
Then he'll look like a true gangster.
Yeah, right here's the pro.
Okay, let's turn. Okay, we want to be able to again show this over here. Check out those Coronas. Give them a better view of it if we could.
I didn't mean again turn it sideways so they get a better view. But a lot of these look like the same cigar, and they just have a lot of them because it's popular. I mean, people go to a cigar company to buy cigars. I just said, it looks like they're pretty much all the same ones, just different sizes. They do have a couple of different colors, but usually the darker color is stronger, but it doesn't say which ones are stronger. But why don't these look like about a half-hour cigar. Where you look for those,
I like it.
You like it? And I'm going to turn this, and whoa, I meant to turn around that way. So you can see the cigars. And we are going to go up and talk to the cashier real quick and get that going. And I'm carrying the phone right now for this. And instead, we'll probably give it back to him later. It's sort of nice people to have it down to the lower level where he can see it. And finally, you've tried to help me several times.
Yeah. All
This
right,
time you
baby.
can.
All right, beautiful.
So how you doing today? You guys pretty busy for Sunday afternoon.
We tend to stay pretty steady. We have a lot of locals that come in and hang out.
Looks like pretty good clientele. Pretty much cross mix. Oh, it is. People we ran into are extremely nice.
And do you happen to have a phone number with us?
No, I don't. Why don't we go and do we get that started up with you?
Absolutely.
Yeah, we're two different people, so we might as well both get in if we
Okay, so let me go ahead.
two different households. My first name is Chris
Last name?
William. I'm sure I'm the only Chris Williams in the system, right?
And phone number for you?
407 697-6548.
Now, so the way our reward system works is you get $1 per point, or every dollar gives you a point. Every 100 points gets you $5 off in purchase.
Ah.
And that's every 6 months. So you have until January 1st to prove points.
If you guys don't sell alcohol here, right? You have a locker that if I wanted to bring alcohol in, I'd rent a locker from you.
Okay, so you would have to purchase alcohol from the bar.
You do have a bar here?
Yeah, right here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, a lot of cigar companies I go into, that's all the wall lockers.
Yeah.
Where you put the liquor in the closet, then you pay you to pour it. But you actually have a bar. You actually have a liquor license.
So, yeah, exactly. We have a very extensive bourbon collection.
Oh, nice.
And we even have...
Junkie bourbon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry,
but
but
collection.
in my opinion, they don't make bourbon in Texas or Japan.
Right. Well, we have bourbons, whiskeys, huge collection. Also, we have a nice selection of tequilas, rums, and the nice thing is we have Prohibition era liquors as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so very rare. And we even have our free embargo Cuban cigars over there.
Which was the Cubans?
These right here.
In this case right here? Oh, wow.
I remember this box. My grandfather.
Oh, wow. How do they taste?
That is pretty cool.
I don't know. I have never smoked them.
I imagine they're pretty expensive. How much do those run for?
They start at 300 and go up to 900 for the Davidoff #1.
I heard that when Kennedy enforced the embargo, he went and bought like several cases of cigars before he did that.
That's the rumor.
I can't
That'd be a
blame
hell of a
him.
cigar to smoke, right?
Oh, yes, it would be.
So your total today is $14.91.
Yes, sir. You got it. And do you want to give him your number for an account or?
Let me complete the transaction,
Okay.
and I'll set up an account for you as well.
Can you grab that for me? I'm not too good at doing things one-handed.
All right, perfect.
Thank you, sir. No, I've heard tell. I didn't know you guys had the Cuban cigars, but I've heard people that did, where they kept them in a humidor and they're still in good shape.
Yeah, and that's the thing. And those are through auctions and private collections and whatnot. So they are, but they all have the proper.
Now, problem is, after about 3 years, a lot of times cigars will start getting moldy. What's done to keep them from aging and getting moldy?
Just proper maintaining of humidity, temperature, and just the condition.
Okay.
So a lot of times they come from collectors who know what it is. So there's
So what would
$5.09.
what would you say? Just off, like if you do like have a good humidor and you maintain that, how long can a good cigar maintain that?
It depends on the cigar. It's kind of like wine. All right, there are some cigars that are better to be smoked right away. Mild, medium, and Maduros all together in the box. At some point, the longer you get together, they're all going to start taking on each other's flavor.
And it muddles the flavors.
Right. Now, in some circumstances, that could be a good thing. You could take a stick that maybe originally would have tasted like air, like an Ashton or something, and then all of a sudden starts taking on more complex notes, and you start getting like pepper notes, and, other creamier, buttier notes. Some, especially with like Candela, they are sponges for flavor, and so you can get some very interesting profiles when you keep them with other things. And also you can take a relatively not good stick, like especially from bundles and things like that, infuse them with some bourbon or, a nice little liqueur or something like that, and it will take on those flavors.
And it suddenly kicks it up.
All of a sudden now it kicks up a notch and it's incredible. So the infusion. So that's the science and the art behind cigars is just, and what you can do with it, it's kind of like any of your other expensive vices. You got the bourbons, the wines, and all that. It's an art to it. It's creating a great blend, and then what can you do with that blend afterwards?
Right. And what denigrates that blend, and how can you make it better, and how can it be made worse?
Just like not every bourbon's going to make or is destined for an old fashioned. Sometimes they're better just to be sipped by themselves to get the full malt, and other ones are just. You make it into an old-fashioned, and then all of a sudden, it's that bourbon that makes that old-fashioned so amazing.
It blossoms.
Exactly. So, and that's at the hands of the craftsman, the bartender, and having that expertise to know it. But yeah, it's a fascinating world.
Yeah, thank you. Very helpful.
It's cut and prepared for you today.
Sure. I like mine at
I
least.
like your cut.
I like it.
All right, no problem. I can do that for you.
Appreciate that very much.
Absolutely. We're full service. Would you like it lit?
Oh, sure.
All right. We'll go ahead and toast the cook for you.
As I was telling him earlier, you notice he's using a torch because you don't want to use a regular lighter because first of all, it's a lot harder. Second of all, you get the butane flavor, which destroys the taste of the cigar.
Yeah, we use Zycar, so it's a very high quality, very purified. Sir, go ahead and take a few puffs and we'll go ahead.
But if you notice, he's also blowing out on it in order to get a little bit of flame. He wants to make sure that it burns evenly. If it's a good cigar, it should burn evenly if it's lit correctly. Where it's going to go down all. If you get a cheap cigar, a lot of times it'll burn down the edges first. But Corona's experience I've had has always been good cigars.
And would you like yours?
Yes, please. And I'm going to hand the phone over to Shawn.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
We are now enjoying our cigars and the wonderful customer service provided by.
What's your name?
Thank you so much.
Yes, Kenneth's been absolutely great.
Kenneth, thank you very much. It was nice meeting you. I appreciate it.
These are worth smoking.
Thank you.
You want to buy a magazine? Or you can have it.
There we go. We're coming over to the bar right here. Chris is still just finishing up with Kenneth over there. We got our cigars and enjoying a nice, wonderful day. Back here is some of the different cabinets and stuff that you could be able to rent. Okay.
Stand in his way. Others doing that.
Okay.
Oh, look how nice.
I'm going to take you back there a little bit, and where you get a chance to see everything, be able to enjoy everything. Look at this beautiful cabinets. These can be rented. This shows you the quality, just the quality that's in here. But the nice thing is about it, it's got a beautiful look to it, but at the same time, this is a very relaxing spot. We're not going to follow Chris over there in. Oh, are we? Okay.
Then. I was actually fairly impressed with the bathroom. Normally you don't take pictures of the bathroom when you do a video. I want to be able to show it all. You want to take a look at the nice wood floors that they have. They have the cigars you can smoke, ashtrays so you can smoke there with it. And they have some of the higher quality, not real high quality, paper towels set up to the side instead of having to pull from a rack. It's actually pretty impressive.
Like where can you be able to smoke in the bathroom while you're in the bathroom? You know, that's pretty crazy right there.
Yeah, it is. And that's a pretty decent sized cigar one there too.
And if you look at it, if you notice like throughout the whole area, we're looking at the fact that this decor is just really sets you at ease and really kind of what you expect. Nice cigar bar.
It has a nice Latino kind of decoration. The yellow that they use, the different pictures, but it's still at the same time they made it high class to the point where somebody in t-shirt shorts, that's most people dressed in. You don't see people here in shirts and ties.
Yeah, I mean,
people here relaxed.
Look at everybody that you're seeing, and everybody's wearing shorts. They're in all kinds of different kinds of clothing. If you look up on the wall, Chris, if you don't mind, if you would take the camera and be able to kind of show them the different selection.
Now I was surprised because most cigar bars don't have a wet bar. You have to bring alcohol with you, or a lot of times that's what the lockers are for, is you actually rent a locker and keep your liquor here. So it was sort of interesting. See, that's not the case.
That was something that we talked with gentlemen that helped. He was very shocked. Chris was very shocked to even see there was any kind of alcohol whatsoever. See, they have a very, very good. If you want a good brand, you want a good cigar, and be able to get yourself one and get yourself a cigar with it.
And it's a very beautifully laid out. You can take a look at the way that they have it designed. They're missing something. I don't know what it is, because their bar is big enough that they have a big selection and you're able to pretty much get everything. And as you can tell, the bar is extremely full. This isn't a high time. This is Sunday afternoon, which I think would be one of the slower times. But it's not. It's actually extremely busy. Now, one thing I was surprised about is most of the people you don't see shopping. You see people out sitting down, working on a computer or talking to people. But that's what's nice about coming here is you have a nice group of people you can communicate with. You want to sit inside or you want to sit outside? Or do you want to go continue to look at cigars? We didn't really take a look at the whole selection of cigars.
Yeah, let's go back and take.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You guys something to drink?
Would you like something to drink?
Sure.
What would you like?
What do you
I
suggest?
have lots of bourbon, whiskey. We pride ourselves on our brown spirits when I do like wine, vodka, coffee.
Do you have a menu? That's going to be.
Me personally, I think I'm going to stick to a bourbon old fashioned. And I think I'm going to have the makeup with Woodford Reserves.
That actually sounds pretty good. Thank you.
I'll give you guys a few moments, okay?
Okay, sounds good.
Even to look at the menu too. So we have all kinds of.
No, I will have this your phone number. It should be in the system.
Thank you, Kenneth. Appreciate it.
Thank you much, I appreciate it. Well, that's pretty good customer service. Coming over and noticing, because I asked I have Shawn on there as well. So when he came by about cigars, because he lives closer here than I do, I am going to see if I get a picture with both of you. Well, you got a picture of Shawn. I'm a little bit high. There we go, a little bit. Oh, there we go. And I'll try sitting over here, closer, a little bit further away.
Definitely a cool one.
Got the gangster over here, straight from Peaky Blinders. He's the crazy one.
Gotta watch out for me.
I created the sin. I was talking too much. Let my cigar go out.
That's all right. We'll forgive him. Oh, what do you think?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah, that sounds good. All right, so we're finding ourselves a more comfortable spot up here. We're closer to the bar, so we have a much better view of everything. Let's go ahead and take it on over. I'm going to take the menu with me because I want to show you guys this collection of things. Even though he committed a sin over here. Okay, we're going to bring it
I almost
on.
forgot the phone. Can't do that. I had the end of one of the rockers. That does not feel good.
You okay?
Oh, yeah, I'm fine. One of those things that catches you by surprise. Yeah. See if we can get both Shawn and me in here talking. You either sit on the table or sit in your chair. It doesn't matter.
I'll sit over there.
Okay?
You guys know what you'd like to have?
Yes. Oh, do you know what you'd like?
I can even move this right here. Are you okay with this? Okay. And then you can grab it if you need it.
What
Do you
you
know,
said?
you know what you'd like?
I think I'm going to double that.
Okay. 2 Woodford Reserve Bourbon Old Fashions.
Okay. I'll bring it right over.
Thank you much. Appreciate it. And I'm gonna
I was making fun of you, and I did the same thing. I was making fun of him, and I committed the same sin. That is a sin. When you actually let it go out. But you know what? That's all right. We'll allow this to happen. But this time, there you go.
I did the others. I didn't have a cigar lighter with me, so I'm having to use a regular butane lighter. John's doing the same thing. He's having to borrow my lighter. And that's my opinion. Matches actually work the best. They've got to use wood match. You don't have to have a paper match. But in order to get a good light, you have to either have a quick or wood.
It doesn't light enough to be able. You gotta get a nice little
Yes.
burn on every part of it to make sure that you want to not let it go out.
That is correct. Yeah, there we go. Just like that. Yeah, right now she's bringing some. Trying to get it going. So what's the most popular drink here? What do most people order?
Straight whiskey bourbon, just like Jack or Crown.
I like the Glenlivet 15. That's really good.
Oh, yeah.
It's not crazy priced,
I
and
like good Irish whiskey store. Yeah.
you never go wrong with a good.
No, that's
Would you
good.
guys like to start a tab? Sure. I'm not sure.
We're about to, we just got our drinks. You look over here, we got ourselves a Woodford Reserve. That's a good pairing with a good cigar that we have. As you may or may not know, but we got the Corona, so we're doing that together. See how that comes together for us. Okay, and if you want to show yours over there, you have the same cigar. He's got himself the same drink. We figure we're going to make it good. If we're both going to experience, we're going to experience like the same, have the same experience.
Well, we figured there was such a Corona Cigar Bar to have Corona cigars.
Oh, I'd love to. Still, we got to give him a hard time. We got to make sure that and that means that we're going to have to make him do a challenge on one of these videos in the future, right? So, are you having a good time there?
Oh, so far. I mean, how can you be having a bad time? Sitting here with sports on the TV, now you're both smoking a good cigar, and life doesn't get much better than that.
And you're hanging out with a Peaky Blinder. I want to take a drink, so if you'd like to take this camera for you.
Yeah, sure thing. And I'm going to flip it over because part of what we're doing is showing you what it's like in here. It gives you a chance to be able to see the crowd while you're talking to us. It gives you a chance to see the atmosphere a little bit. As I said, the game's on TV, which is the Philadelphia Eagles and the Kansas City. It's a tied score right now. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there.
You know what the great thing about it is, Chris, to a lot of places, they have a different feel. It's the fact that they don't feel like they have the way these guys. Nice, comfortable, just you look at a lot of the other people that are here.
I'm going to flip it around just to be able to take a look at how the clientele is dressed. A lot of them are in shorts, t-shirts. Now, Shawn here decided to get all fancy on us. He wore himself a nice pair of slacks and a nice shirt, cotton linen shirt. I guess he has to keep up that reputation of blinders. Make himself look like a gangster over here.
Sorry, but
I love what we're doing. It's one of my favorites.
got a nice like sweet taste. It's got a little white with that cigar.
Oh yeah, 9.1.
9.5.
Let's have it be 9.2. That's supposed to get got double.
Hey, this is a good place to start.
I'm trying to get it out of your boat. I haven't tried it yet. I'm sitting here holding the phone and a cigar.
You know what? You got too much multitasking.
Oh, what they don't like about this shirt? No front pocket.
Oh, I thought he was trying to like touch his nipples or something. I don't know. I was thinking a little weird.
Well, let me feel somebody out.
He hasn't even had a drink yet, and he's already trying to. Oh, he's good. Telling you, my great that over there.
Yeah, I'd say probably 9.5.
9.5.
The reason I say 9.5, you gotta have the service in there as well. Because the present company goes back down to 9.1.
Well, the thing is, though, is the fact that we should have been able to, if she does come back over here, we'll be able to kind of be able to see what, so you can see the kind of service that you get at this time.
But I think you're gonna find cigar bars give you a little bit different. Cigar bars where everyone's out there themselves and set up and pick people. You can have other places where you don't take it all, and there's a bar next door. We have a full cigar bar. Yeah, being able to have all the whiskeys and the drinks here. That's pretty
I
amazing.
agree. Like the whole thing is that you would expect on a Sunday for it to be pretty busy. The thing is as you can see with just us being able to pan around this area, you see all kinds of different people. Like outside, we did see some people that are dressed a little bit more upscale. And then if you look around the people that we were talking about before, a lot of people are wearing shorts, t-shirts. They're just using it as a way to kind of decompress and de-stress from a very busy week. And that's really the whole reason why you go and enjoy places like this, is because you want that kind of experience, you know, and it helps you to tackle your Monday with some renewed vigor. Am I right?
The prices here are not bad. What about the cigars? They're like $8.95 a cigar.
And as you can see, this is a nice slow smoke, nice good, not heavy smoke. It's nice and light, but mixed with the drink that he's having, it's a great pairing.
Oh yeah, an old fashioned. My feeling is rums or wine, not whiskey, scotch,
No, I totally agree, and I also have to kind of add to that. The whole thing is when you're having a good whiskey. For me, it's funny. The good Irish whiskey pair very well with a good cigar that is Cuban or Honduran, Nicaraguan, any kind of good high-level cigar. You're gonna, if you pair it with a good Irish whiskey, it really, really kicks up quite a few notches.
Good question. What cigar goes good with Mad Dog 2020?
With Mad Dog 2020, no cigar. Maybe a Swisher Sweet. Nothing against that, but maybe a Swisher Sweet. What do you think?
Yeah, that's probably true. I know the days I was drinking Mad Dog 2020, that's probably what I was smoking.
Oh, and I gotta tell you, that Mad Dog 2020, this is miles ahead of it. Though it did have its time for the time period. It did have its time. But I guarantee you, if you drink this Woodford Reserve, you're not gonna have that kind of headache that you had when you were drinking MD 2020.
That's true, that's true. What's another cheap wine we used to drink?
Oh my God, I remember. What about T-Bird?
Oh, T-Bird, yeah. Boone's Farm, I think I was thinking of.
Boone's Farm Strawberry Hill, remember
Yes,
that?
yes.
That would be the one that you would pick up for your girl, and you would drink it too, not because you wanted, just because you wanted to hang out with her.
Well, that ain't just
We'll
one
keep
hang
it.
out.
We'll keep it PG though.
Yeah. We did a lot of different stuff back then. I still remember the Big Now.
How much it is, so you can see the total, but if you'd like to keep it open, I can. I just need a card for you.
Not bad. I don't know how much got lost, but we've been sitting there talking into a mic for a while that was not working. So we've been talking to nobody. Hopefully you didn't miss too much.
I hope not. But what we can do is the whole thing is the fact that this is all about enjoying yourself on a nice Sunday afternoon, decompressing, having yourself a good. You're not out to like necessarily, go out and get drunk, but you want to be able to have a nice cigar with a nice drink and now if you were wanting to just have the drinks itself, then I would suggest you do it without the cigar. That way you can be able to dedicate yourself to a nice night of fun drinking or vice versa.
But if you're enjoying a good cigar, you want to get sipping, but whether that be bourbon, scotch, Irish whiskey, a good wine.
Exactly.
Now, I'm not a big wine drinker, so I don't drink wine in mine. I know some
What is it that you prefer, actually? So
usually, believe it or not, it's cheap Irish whiskey.
Jameson is very good, in fact.
Yeah.
I remember, actually, do you know...
All right, Nickelbacks, yeah. Nickelbacks, yeah.
Well, Jameson is one of those drink sets with a pickle juice mix. And I know that may sound weird to you guys, that you don't know what a pickleback is. You gotta have it. You gotta have it. Not necessarily with a cigar, but pickle juice with a nice Jameson, they bring out the good notes in the whiskey, and the pickle juice itself refreshing.
Now, there are better Irish whiskey without it, but I particularly like it.
Oh, without doubt.
But I also think that scotch, scotch and Irish whiskey like that, sort of like a smoky flavor. And in my opinion, it just does well with cigars.
Oh, without doubt. Like you said, and you said that earlier. You said it. You explained it perfectly. The fact that it's got that woodsy kind of flavor and that nice earthy tone of the cigar, especially a cigar like the one that he's got right now, the one that we were talking about earlier, it just marries very well together. You know what I mean? Now, what I do suggest for those who may not necessarily be you're not necessarily like, say, a whiskey drink, or you don't like things like that, what I would suggest, a good brandy, something like that, that's going to be able to that's also something good that's with a good cigar. Now, the cognac and the brandies, in my opinion, if you're a big connoisseur, maybe you might be able to say something a little bit different. But with those, I think the tendency to have a good, like, medium cigar or a little darker cigar, because they have a little bit, like, weightier flavors.
I'm looking around, you do not see one person drinking a beer. And thinking about it, people don't drink beer. Well, they drink with cigar. They'll drink soda, they'll drink water, but you don't see people just drinking a can of Budweiser.
What, and I do notice that too. Like, in fact, if I turn around, if you look at that gentleman up here, he's actually drinking water, and he's got himself a drink. Of course, he's probably trying to stay hydrated as well. You know, you got to stay hydrated, of course, in this. But I noticed that. Why do you think that they don't drink beer?
I just don't think that it mixes well with cigars. I think basically with cigars, you're trying to relax, you're trying to enjoy yourself, you're trying to think or talk to other people. And that's just not the atmosphere of beer. It's just beer is a little bit of a different attitude.
I agree. Like, what do you think is usually the mentality when you're drinking a beer, and why would you say it doesn't necessarily go with smoking a cigar?
Well, I think when you're at home, you might drink a beer and smoke a cigar. But as a general rule, I think when you drink a beer, you're basically trying to forget the day, you're trying to relax, or you're with a group of people, a large group, and it's more of a party, more relaxed. You're sort of just mellowing out, you're thinking about the day's plan, you're talking to people in a small group and laughing and joking around, but you're not really partying when you're smoking a cigar. So I think it's a little bit of a different mentality. You know, you don't smoke a cigar when you get off work, but you'll drink a beer when you get off.
Yeah, very well said. Because I think, you know, with a cigar, what you're basically doing when you're smoking a cigar and you're having a drink, you're not looking at going and just get crazy and get drunk. You're out there to just relax, be able to enjoy it with somebody that is like-minded, likes a good cigar too, and is out there to just like enjoy yourself and, enjoy that company. When you're drinking a beer, the mentality is a little bit different. Like, you're really kind of focusing more on the beer and getting yourself a nice little buzz,
Yeah, one of the best things in the world, to be honest with you, looking at absolutely nothing but stars for miles and miles. You can't see anything, and you have never bothered your thoughts as you're sitting there with a bottle, with a scotch can crossed over, smoking a cigar.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing is bothering you in the world. Nothing is going on. This is about an hour cigar, an hour. You just can't talk to anybody.
Not a worry in the world.
Not a worry in the world. You're just enjoying that little bit.
And he makes a very good point. Like, the whole thing is that the good thing about having a drink like that, when you're out there drinking beer or you're having pictures of beer, that has a tendency to be a group activity. When you're doing this, you can have a great time with just one other person, or you can have a great time just by yourself. Like he said, you can be out there on the balcony looking at a beautiful sky, being able to smoke a cigar and just feeling, when you feel at one with the world. That's an amazing feeling, isn't it?
It never ends up relaxing. If you're drinking a beer, you're not necessarily relaxed. You're playing cards.
You're doing something more activity.
You're doing more activity. You're listening to music.
You're getting rejected.
I don't think ever in my life I've seen somebody put their cigar down and go ask a girl to dance.
No.
If I have, but I've never seen it.
And if you find a girl that likes to smoke a cigar and you do that, hey, but that's not normally what happens.
No, but tell you what, you do like the smell of a good cigar. They might have a cigarette.
How can you not?
I'm not talking about cheap.
No.
You get a good cigar and it has a good
I don't say anything badly about what he's talking about, but that right there is not a cigar. Those are, a lot of times you're talking about a big difference. A lot of what he's talking about is the cigarillos, those guys. If you want to enjoy a true cigar, go to a place like this. Enjoy, take yourself a nice little lazy Sunday, take out a few hours of your time, and be able to truly enjoy, be able to bask in this kind of experience and enjoy your life.
Yeah, plus on Sunday afternoon, cigar bar costs $8.69 per stick. It costs $15 per drink. So basically, for a couple of hours, I'm sitting there able to have great deal of talk around a nice, relaxed atmosphere, get a fresh cigar, and enjoy myself. Where can you do that?
And also another point in that is the fact that you're spending less than you would for maybe an afternoon at a movie.
Yeah, if you're taking $20 for a day, you take a girlfriend out on a date, movie and dinner.
And he's talking about maybe just dinner. Put dinner and a movie in there, $150.
Oh, yeah.
So if you happen to be lucky enough, you happen to have a girl that likes to smoke a good cigar, take her over here. Take her over to Corona Cigar Bar. Have her enjoy a few drinks with you. Have her get herself a nice little cigar that she likes, or do whatever she likes. Maybe she even gets a manlier cigar than you. Who knows? But the whole thing is that's what it's about, is really being able to kind of do what everybody else that we are doing. And that is just enjoying themselves, having a good time, living life to the fullest, And that's what this channel is about. Am I right?
Well, you don't see a whole bunch of girls here. I do know a lot of girls that do like to smoke. And even the girls that don't like to smoke cigars, there's a high number of women who like to smell a cigar.
I gotta tell you, and if you add a cigar and a tattoo, oh, forget it. And you know what? That might even be one of these things that we might have coming up. You might have seeing us, one of us get a tattoo. What do you think?
Well, we agreed earlier. We haven't said this on tape yet. But both of us are going to start working out. Both of us are going to start trying to lose. And we decided, first one of us to get below 15% body fat is going to get your wheels up tattoo. So that's sort of whoever does it gets the opportunity to get the tattoo first.
And I'm going to add this as added kind of challenge. That person is going to get the tattoo, and the other one is going to get a tattoo of the other person's choosing.
Well, you better watch out. You better lose that weight fast. You're gonna tramp stamp.
I'm gonna make it look. I'm gonna make it look good. Well, guys, I think it's time to be able to sign off. We wanted to give you a good view of this particular location of Corona Cigar Bar. You're gonna have some great adventures with us. Is there anything else that you might want to tell our viewers?
Say is, if there's something you'd like for us to go out and check out, a place you'd like us to do, or an activity like this, let us know. We want to be able to try new things. Because one of the things we're doing is we want to show you, just because he has a spinal cord injury, I'm a retired veteran, and I have certain issues working out. Part of what we're doing is doing this for you, to show you, hey, we're able to go out and do this stuff. We're able to do this, to be able to show you that you can do it, or to be able to allow you to live through us, and show you a lot of times these activities don't cost a lot, or you can be in a room full of people and not be surrounded by people. I'm not having to talk to anybody I don't want. I'm not having to do anything today, but I had an opportunity that wanted to. I can start a conversation with anyone here, and they'd be happy to start a conversation. So even if you want to stay reserved and stay by yourself, you can. And that's what we're trying to show you is, hey, go out there, enjoy life, make the most of life, everything you can. Let us know what you'd like to see us doing, or if you'd like to be a part of it, and become involved in what we're doing. Because we want to help you as much as this is helping us. How about yourself?
Like, the whole thing is the fact that with these videos, you know, we're gonna be authentic. We're gonna be real. Yeah, you're gonna probably see mistakes, and that's gonna be okay. The thing is that what we're trying to do is we're trying to make sure to just show to you that live your life to the fullest, no matter what kind of challenges that you have, no matter what your life experience is, no matter what is going on in your life. We feel you. And we feel you because we've probably experienced it to some degree, or we have a family member that's experienced it. We want you to feel like, you know, we're part of that extended family. And so we're going to be showing you a lot of different kinds of things, you know, as far as like, you know, coming over here and having some fun. But we wanted to kind of tell you what's upcoming, and I'm going to let Chris do that. But the thing is we're going to have a lot of videos like this that we're going to be putting out that are going to show you just how it is to be able to live life and be able to experience it, just to go out there and just grab it, and that you don't need to have any limitations, you know? And if it motivates you and inspires you, then you know what? That's what the purpose of these videos are. If Chris, you could kind of be able to let them know what's going to be upcoming, because we do have a video that's going to be upcoming, and kind of give them a little bit more kind of an overview of what's going to go on.
Next video we plan on doing a lot of them. We plan on doing skydiving, or swimming with dolphins, or maybe food reviews. But the one that we're looking forward to is going to be possibly next week. Pet rescue by June. That's going to be sort of interesting. It's going to have 4.1 real radio out there, and she might even bring a couple puppies. But it's basically going to be interviewing Judy herself, as the biggest pet rescue in the Central Florida area. And she's going to tell us what some of her ideas are. Why pets are good for people that have like PTSD or depression or anxiety, or people that have spinal cord injuries and things of that nature. And we'll have a good discussion with her. She's an exciting, fun lady with a little bit of an attitude, but a real fun lady. Fun time under what some of her ideas are, what she's thinking, and as I said, to be able to do it, I'm going to try to talk to her and see if she can't come up with some special deal during that time that you decide to rescue a puppy with her, to be able to have a special item added on, or a thank you by letting her know that, hey, I am a veteran, I have PTSD, I have a spinal cord injury, and I was convinced through this interview to be able to get a puppy, or get a kitten, or another animal, because of the discussions that we had with them.
I think that's a pretty good idea right there, what you're talking about, because, you know, it's amazing to be able to think of how a pet can be able to help that are in need of a pet, and to be able to uplift them, just to have as a buddy, as a, even if you're not necessarily good with people, that pet is always there to love you. And I think that's going to be an exciting interview that's going to be upcoming. And Judy sounds like a spitfire. I'm looking forward to that.
It's a great time. I tell you, I like dogs better than I do people a lot of times. People say that they rescue the dog. I'd say the vast majority of the time, the dog rescues the person.
You know what? And I got to agree with that. I do like people. It's funny, and he knows that to be true. But I mean, sometimes that dog is just so much easier to figure out. But we want to be able to sign off now. We've had a great time with you. Thank you for hanging out with us.
Country Wheels up.
Have a beautiful day.
Well, please make sure to like us, subscribe, make sure to follow.
All of the above. You have a beautiful day, guys.
Have a great